All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's do this right here. All right. Hi, guys. Good morning. This is our last webinar of the year 2012 before the world ends. No, I was just kidding. But today we are very excited to have with us Rafael Del Molino in our latest Novedge webinar, Best of the Best webinar series. Today's episode 61. We're going to be talking about Clayoo, and we're very excited to have Rafael here today. Now, it doesn't matter if you start from a sketch, curve, or a 3D object. The new Rhino design plugin developed by TDM Solutions allows you to pull, push, and move an ideal until it becomes true. So, using some of the most advanced subdivision algorithms, this plugin will enable industrial designers, architects, and jewelry designers to easily create and define their designs. Rafael Del Molino will be hosting today's 40-minute presentation, and just a little bit bio about him. He's the founder and CEO of TDM Solutions SL since 2001. At TDM Solutions, Rafael has participated in the creation of other Rhino plugins like RhinoGold, RhinoNest, RhinoShoe, RhinoMold, and the latest being Clayoo. Rafael is also an Authorized Rhino Trainer for getting close to over 10 years. First off, before we fully jumpstart the presentation of Clayoo today, at Novedge, we want to share with you some of the stuff that we've been up to. So, just in case if you haven't known, Clayoo is offered by us at Novedge.com. You can visit our product page at Novedge, and as the leading online design software store, we pretty much have the best prices around. Clayoo is available as a digital delivery in the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. So pay zero sales taxes, and for now it is available through digital delivery. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to speak with our sales specialist, Rhino specialist, Bob at Novedge.com. And I also want to, give a little shout out to Rhino Jungle, where I'm the community manager. At Novedge, we created Rhino Jungle as the online place where you can collaborate and communicate with other like-minded professionals, design professionals. So for Rhino Jungle, we scoured the internet for the latest industry buzz to share with you, we try to encourage a professional environment as well. So if you want to participate in the discussion, sign up is a breeze, and with that, you have access to a weekly community newsletter. So for access to discussions that matter, sign up and register today. All right, and I also want to talk about our upcoming webinar, RealFlow 2013, Fluid Revolution with host Gustavo Sanchez. Since the first previews of Hybrudo 2, RealFlow's large-scale fluid solver, it was released at the beginning of the year. The industry has eagerly anticipated the release of RealFlow 2013. This webinar will guide you through some of the major new changes and features you can expect to find in the latest and greatest version of Next Limit's cutting-edge fluid simulation technology. RealFlow product manager Gustavo Sanchez will host and kick off next year's first webinar. So with that said, I also want to mention that for today's webinar, this is our very first time that we'll be interacting live with users through Twitter. So if you have any questions, if you're unable to attend, please let your friends know. Do so yourself as well. You can interact with us live. Ask any questions at #NovedgeWebinar. And we have a team from TDM Solutions, Rafael's team, and also Aurora will be there, our marketing specialist. We'll be monitoring that and forwarding questions and answering them through this webinar today. With that said, I will switch over to Rafael. Rafael, are you there?
Yeah, sure. Hello.
Cool.
Hello, everybody.
There was a lot of information, right?
Yeah.
well, now that we got that out of the way, I want to switch over to Rafael. Rafael, get ready.
Yes.
Cool. Let me find you. I will make you the presenter now.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see a purple rhino.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Then, thanks to everybody to join us today. The objective for the next 30-40 minutes is try to understand how Clayoo works, and to understand it, we will do some different models. Okay, we will do very simple models, and we will do a spoon, we will do a ring, we will use also retopology, okay, to do reverse engineering, and we will try to do it in 30 minutes. Okay, then before to start, let me explain you a little bit about how Clayoo works. Okay, when you install Clayoo, okay, as other Rhino plugins, you have the menu with all the options, and you have the toolbar, the main toolbar. Okay, here the toolbar has more options. Okay, we have the primitive options, we have creation options. Okay, the creation is to create geometry, create Clayoo surfaces. Okay, the third one is to edit. Okay, we have a lot of tools for edit. Today we will know most of them. Okay, and selection tools. Okay, then here we have tools to select quicker. Okay, then let me create just a plane. Okay, a primitive of plane to explain you about how it works. Okay, all the Clayoo commands has this window, his docking window, and here when we execute the command, we see the options. In this case, it's a plane. Okay, and we can define the dimensions using the Gumballs. Okay, it's easy. Also, we can define here the values. Okay. Other thing that we will see is we can define divisions. Later, we will understand more about divisions. Okay, but the idea is we can add more or less. And all the Gumballs, we have the option to double-click and set the value. Okay, for example, 5. Okay, then you have different ways. You can dynamically move, you can modify the values, or double-click on the Gumball. Okay. When we accept the command, okay, here we have the Clayoo surface. Let me change to shaded because it's easy to see. Okay, and appears this toolbar on the viewport. Okay, here are the most common tools in Clayoo. We have the Gumballs options. Here we have the selection modes. Okay, the idea is any Clayoo surface we can select by faces, okay, by edges, and by points. Okay, and the workflow is as Rhino. Okay, if you want select, we have options to select, but you can do a window. Okay, and it's exactly as in Rhino. From left to right is all inside, from right to left is all selected. Okay, then when we select a face, okay, appears the Gumball. This is the Gumball to move. Okay, we can move in the 3 axes. Okay, and we have the Gumballs to move in planes. Okay, it's these cylinders that we have here. Okay, now we are moving on plane. Okay, easy, right? Then we have the option to move. Also, we have the option to rotate. Okay, and to scale. Okay, and the scale, we have the 3 options to the 3 axes, but also we can scale in 2D and also in 3D. Okay, we will know more about that creating the exercises, but I was interested to show you that because we will use a lot of times. Okay, remember that if you have any question, you can ask to the chat. Okay, and it will be a pleasure to answer you. Okay, then other thing we have here is the level of smoothness. Okay, the Clayoo surface, I can set different levels of smooth. For example, I can go down, and as you can see, it's really sharp, but we can move up, okay, and then it's smoother, okay. Other point is, I forgot to comment you, in the Gumball of move, in some cases, okay, we have the normal, okay, we have the option to move in normal way, okay. Easy, right? Okay, then let's start with the spoon. Okay, then let me create an ellipsoid. Okay, And here we have very similar options. In this case, we have the radius, okay, and also we can modify. And also we have the option to modify if we want to quad faces or not, okay. And the divisions, 8 and 6, okay. Then, more or less, okay. Great, then we click here, and here we have our ellipsoid. Okay, then the next step, we will select the faces selection, and we will do a window. Okay, and we select the top faces. Then the idea right now is we will create the thickness, okay, the volume of the spoon. Then here in addition, we have the shell command. Okay, this is really similar to the shell command of Rhino. Okay, it's like an offset, but create the walls automatically. Then the idea is you select the faces that you want to remove, okay, and then you click to shell, okay. Then we have a gumball here to define the thickness, okay, and also we can set here in the command prompt, okay. Great, then right button, and we accept. Great, then the next step, we will select 4 faces, okay. To select multiple faces is as in Rhino, you must press Shift, okay, then you can select multiple faces, okay. And we will use a command to extrude, okay, similar as Rhino, okay. Then we extrude, and we can move. Let me organize the toolbars because I'm working in a lower resolution, okay. Then the idea is I extrude here, and here I have some values. I have the distance, okay. If I want to define with precision values, I can, okay. And by default, create a face, okay. I extrude, and I have one face, but here I need more definition. Then I can add more divisions. Okay. Now we have more divisions. Later will be easier to modify some parts. Okay. We have other advanced tools like flow by curve and extrusion or taper it, but in this case we don't need it. Okay. Then we click OK. And here we have something similar to a spoon. Then the idea right now is we can select, okay, and we will change to scale. I will change to top view, and the idea is I can scale in this direction, okay. Then I select the other one, and I select here, and the same here, okay. In this case I'm moving in one direction, okay. We can select this and we can move a little bit more, or if we want more in this direction, okay. Then from the top view I set the distribution here, and now from the front view I can modify. For example, if I want to reduce this a little bit, okay, a little bit this, okay, a little bit this. Great. Then right now we can select this and move a little bit, okay. In this case I'm selecting by faces and it's affecting all this area, okay. If I want to have more precision I can select by edges or by points, okay. In this case it's enough, okay. I think it's really easy to use, okay. One time you understand the gumball and the selection, I think it's easy, okay. And we have a lot of things to do in this spoon, but I want to show you different cases, okay. And for that reason, just I will modify one thing here, okay. I will select this edge, okay, and here in selection we have the way to select a loop. Okay, then we click on loop and automatically select all the loop. Obviously, I can do the same with shift and select all, okay, but it's quicker if we do it this way. Great, then why we select that? Because in Clayoo, we can define if we want a smooth or a creased edge, okay? Let me show you. If I click in crease, okay, now the result is crease, okay? Then it's really nice because I can combine and I can crease and increase all the edges anytime, okay? Then now I will increase the smoothness, okay? And here our spoon, okay? If you have any doubt, please ask in the chat and it will be a pleasure. Okay, right now this is a Clayoo object, okay, and Rhino understand that Clayoo object is like another Rhino object, okay, but we have an option, and we will see that we have the option to convert to NURBS, okay? Imagine that you say, okay, I want to export to other CAD software or anything, okay? We have the option to click here, okay, convert to NURBS, okay, and ask me, okay, do you want to delete the original? I will say no, okay. And here we have a poly surface and we have a Clayoo surface, okay. Okay. Obviously, all the results are a closed poly surface, and then you can export to STL to prototyping without any problem, okay, without not get edges and okay. Great. Let's go with the next sample. Let me create a new file. I think in most of the cases you don't need to convert to NURBS, okay? If you want to work in Rhino, you can work as a Clayoo object and there's not any problem. You can create sections, you can move, and you can use transformations, okay? All that you want. Okay, great. Then now we will create a ring, okay? Then for do that, from the front view, I will create a circle, okay, of 8 millimeters. Okay, this is a finger size, okay, and here I will create just a profile to revolve, okay, okay, more or less, okay. Then the idea is now we will create a revolution. Okay, we can do that using the revolution command of Rhino. Okay, and later get the surface and modify in Clayoo. Okay, but here in Clayoo we have the option to revolve. Okay, we can select this curve. Okay, and here we have the option. We have the divisions. Okay, the angle to fill. Okay, and also we can modify if we want the axis or what we want. Okay, then we click OK. Okay, here our revolution. Then now I will move. Okay, then the idea now is we will select all these edges and we will extrude it. Okay, the idea of extrude is like move but create new faces. Okay, then let me select this one and select this. Okay, then the idea is we click in extrude. Okay, and automatically create new faces. Okay, then let me select these faces. Okay, great, and then we can move it. Probably I need to move a little bit more up. Okay, and probably this is really big size. Then we will change to scale. And here we have to scale it in this direction. Okay, I think now it's correct. Okay, then the idea is now we will select these borders and we click to extrude. Okay, then we move down. Okay, we click again to extrude and we move down. Okay, it's not necessary to click again. You can click right button as in Rhino and move down. Okay, and right now I will change the view and the same, right button, extrude. Okay, then now I will scale a little bit in this direction. Okay, and I will extrude again. Change to move. Okay, then the idea is now I can adapt. I can select this and say, okay, I want to scale in, okay. Or if we want to scale this in this direction, okay, we can scale it. I'll later move it down, okay. Okay, then from the front view, it's more or less what we want. And here we have an option, okay, because now we have an option to fill it, okay. But we can select all this loop, okay. We come to selection, loop, okay. And we have an option, in addition, to collapse, okay. We can collapse, okay. And here we have the result. Collapse all the edges in the center point, okay. Great. Then we have something similar to a ring. We can adapt here, okay, if we want to move a little bit up, okay. And we can change to the right view and now scale in this direction, okay. Then we select this and we scale in this direction, okay. Okay, then remember that we can select here one edge and select loop, and we can move it a little bit down, okay. Then the same here, we select here, okay, loop, and move down, okay. Then the last step, just we need to create the boolean, and that's it. The idea is we can do a hole here, okay, but we need more time to do it. Then the easier way or the fastest way to do that is, now I want to convert to NURBS, okay, say no. I select the Clayoo and I hide it, okay. And the idea now, we have a solid, we come to wireframe and we use the Rhino option, extrude, okay, in both directions, okay. And we come to boolean difference from this solid to this solid, okay. We lose the history, of course, because we do the boolean, okay. And here we have our design, okay. Next sample, okay. Remember, if you have any question, ask in the chat, please. There are a lot of questions. The Chavis told me there are a lot of questions. Okay, then don't worry, we will answer all of them. Okay, great. Then next sample. Now we will do an oil bottle. Okay. Then to do that, I have just a file with 2 curves, okay. Then the idea is we will start creating a pipe, okay. We come to primitives, we select pipe, we select the curve, and here we have our pipe, okay. Then right now we have the options here, We have the start radius. We can set 1.25. Oops, 1.25. Okay. Obviously, you can select the gumballs, and also you can drag the pipe, okay, on the curve. Okay. And we will set 6 divisions. Okay. Then here we have our pipe. We have option to cap it. Okay. We will see. And here we have the pipe. Then the next step we need is to project these edges to the seaplane. Okay, to do that, it's really easy. We select these edges. Okay. And here in addition, we have an option to project to plane. Then we click here. And as you can see, we can click, okay, the plane. Then we click here. Okay. And now, as you can see, it's projected on the seaplane. Great. Then now we will extrude all these faces. Then we can come here and select these faces. Okay, remember, you can use extrude to do that. Okay, then we come here, extrude. Okay, and now we are moving. Okay, great. Okay, then the next step is we will change to right view, because it's easier for me. You can do it in the perspective if you want, but for me it's easier to come here and say, okay, this I want to adapt here. The same with this, more or less, okay? Then the same here. Now I select again. Okay, and here the same. Okay, then we have the body. Then now I would like to change this area, okay? And to do that, I will select these faces. Okay, remember, you can select multiple faces with Shift, okay? And now to delete, just we can press the key delete, okay? And the faces are deleted. As you can see right now, the boundaries are in orange. It means this is a naked edge, okay? It's not a problem, but it's easy to identify if you have in different colors, okay? Great. Then the next step is we will fill that, okay? We select edges, and we will select this edge and this edge. And here in addition, we have an option to add face, okay? And now we will select this one, and this one, and add face, okay? The same here, we select this one and this one, add face, okay? And we select this one, and we can click add face, or remember, as in Rhino, right button, execute the last command, okay? Great. Then next step is we will finish the bottom, okay? Then I will select this edge, this vertex and this vertex, and I will modify in a scale mode, okay? More or less, okay? Great. Then right now we select these edges, and now we will use extrude, okay? As we do in the ring, we click to extrude, and now nothing happens, okay? But the faces are there. Then we can scale in 2D, okay? Then we can scale more here, okay? And right button again, and we extrude again. Okay, nothing changed, but we can again extrude. And without unselect, we change to move gumball, and we move in this direction. Oops, I think I move. Okay, in this direction. Great. Great. Then without unselect, we have the option to fill. Okay, I want that you fill. Then you click fill, and Clayoo is filling. We have two options. We have in a smooth, or we can crease. Okay, and then we have a crease border here. Great. Then here we have the bottom. Okay, remember you can increase the smooth here. Okay, or reduce. Obviously, if you are working in the smooth mode, it's faster for the computer. Okay, great. Then now let me close the same. We use the command fill and crease. Yes. Okay. And now we have a solid, perfect solid. Okay. And now we will select this face and this face and this face and this face, and we will use a really interesting command. It's called a bridge. Okay. Then the idea is it will create a bridge between the two selections. Okay. This command, I think it's fantastic because you can select multiple faces. Okay. You can select from 3 faces to 2 faces. Okay. And Clayoo do it automatically. It's really nice. Okay. Then bridge, we click here, and voila, here the result. Okay, great. Obviously I can add more divisions, I can use a curve. Okay, in this case it doesn't make sense, but we can create a bridge from this face to this face, but I will be using a curve outside. Okay, then great. We click OK, and here, OK. Obviously now we can modify a little bit that, OK, but I want to show you other samples, OK, and we have about 10 minutes more or less, OK. Just last thing in this model. Imagine obviously this model will be manufactured in plastic, and then and obviously we need the space inside. Then we need to create the offset. Okay, we have the option here to create offset, but also remember we have the shell. Okay, then we select the face to remove. Okay, and we click on shell. The same, we have the gumball to do it dynamically, or we can type 0.27. Okay. Great, right button, and here we have our oil bottle. Okay? Great, then next sample. This is very simple sample. It's just to explain a problem. Imagine, let me find a picture. Okay. We have the lizard here. Okay. Then I will import this image in Rhino. Okay. Then let me drag this image on Rhino, and I will use it as picture frame, and we define. Okay, in this direction. Great. Then now I want to create the body of this lizard. Okay. I don't understand why, but always we do animals, okay? Okay. Then right now to do that, there are a lot of ways to do that. Obviously we can create a curve, we can create a pipe, we can do a lot of things. But I want to show you other really interesting tool, okay? The tool is create surface from 2 curves, okay? Then to do that, let me lock it, first of all, okay, because I don't want to drag it. And I will select curve in Rhino, and we will create, let me repeat again. Okay. Here we will add more points. Okay. Okay, one curve, right button, and we create other curve here. It's not really important to be too much precise because later we can adapt it. Okay. Here more points. More points here because we have, okay, curvature. Then we select this point, this point, this point, and this point. Okay, great. Then let me change to perspective view, and here we have the two curves. Okay. Then here in creation, we have tools for create from one curve, from two curves, from surfaces, surfaces or solids in Rhino. You have one model in solids or surfaces you can select and convert to Clayoo objects. Okay, from meshes. Okay, and here we have loft, sweeps. Okay, we have a ring and also blueprints if we want to. Okay, to import some pictures. Okay, then we select create by two curves, and we select these two curves. And here we have the result. Okay, basically here we have options, curve divisions. Okay, here in this case we have obviously this tool by default create this with 8 divisions, but this is not enough good, and probably we need to add more divisions. But we have the same problems as if we create a sweep in Rhino. That here, okay, the ISO curves are not too much good. Then the idea is, well, first of all, we define the height. Okay. Okay, let me show you in the smooth. Okay, and I will change to shaded. Okay. Then the maximum height is 5 millimeters, and here we have a tool, an option to select variable height. Okay, this automatically adapt. Okay, calculate the distance. Okay, and adapt the height depending of the distance. Okay, this tool save a lot of time. Okay, then well, but here we have a problem. Okay, we need different distribution of ISO curves here. Then we have the option to add a slash. Okay, for example, I can click here and select one slash from this point to this point. Okay, let me change the wire. Okay, I will add other one from here to here, other one from here to here, and as you can see now the direction is better, and also I can add other here to here. Okay, and here we have some dots. Okay, anytime I can, for example, double click this dot and modify the divisions. Okay, for example, I want 10. Okay, and now I have 10 divisions in this area. Okay, 5 in this area, 5 in this area, and probably here we can set 8. Okay, it's nice, right? Obviously we can select symmetry. Okay, and also we can cap it. Okay, we can say cap start and cap end. Okay, and we click OK, and here we have, okay, the body. Later we can extrude and we can divide faces and more things, but we don't have time today to do it. Okay, then here our sample of the lizard. And the last sample that we will see today is, imagine that we have a STL. Okay, STL is a mesh object, is a typical object that we send to prototyping machines, and also is the standard format object when we use scanners. Okay, you have a physical model and you want to scan it to convert to Rhino. Okay, then let me import. Okay, I import the STL, and here we have let me change to shade it. Okay, really nice. Okay, then we have an option here to convert from a mesh. Okay, but here in this mesh, okay, let me analyze in details. Okay, to detect how many faces. Okay, well, we have about 200,000. Okay, 200,000 faces. Then here is a problem. We can convert, but just we can edit in some areas, and for that we have retopology. Retopology allows us to draw on this mesh the surface distribution. Okay, that we want. Okay, imagine that we want to model something here on the head. Okay, then we have a command retopology, and it works really easy. Okay, we select the mesh or meshes. Okay, and now we can draw, okay, different faces. Okay, the idea is we can create different faces on this object. Okay, for example, right now I want to come here, or okay, we have option to delete, or if we want, we shift, we can adapt that. Okay, imagine that you say, okay, I want to modify the direction and I want to add other face here. Okay, and now here I will add more faces. Oops. Okay, delete. I want to delete that. Okay, I will select this, and this. Okay, this is not just one-click solution, but the best thing of that is I need to invest probably 5 minutes or 10 minutes in this case, because it's really complex. But later I have a model with my distribution. Okay, then let me create, because we don't have too much time, but I will. Okay, we can use n-gons. Okay, if we want to create more than 4 sides, okay, we can do it. Okay, it's not necessary to create just quads. Okay. Okay, then the same here. We come here. Okay, for example, I will come to do this area. Okay, and now here to here to here. Okay. Okay, we'll move in this direction. Okay, and the same in this direction. Okay, I will move. Then the result of that is a Clayoo surface. Then I can do all that we want. Okay, remember, we can extrude, we can shell, we can do what we want. Okay. Okay, and the same here. Okay, if I need more points, don't worry, add more points. Okay, the same here, I want to add more points. Okay, more points here. Okay. Well, more or less, I think it's enough to understand how it works. Okay, then now I have these surfaces, and then I can click right button. Okay, and let me hide the STL. Okay, and here we have our Clayoo surface. In some cases, okay, we will see these black areas. This is because the normals are inverted. Then it's very easy to fix. Just we come here and we rebuild normals. Okay, and now, for example, we can select this face and here we can flip. Okay, and the same here and here, flip. Okay. Then now we have a Clayoo surface. Okay, we can select, we can move. Okay, we can do all that we want. And the best thing is, after that, we can convert to NURBS and we have a perfect solid model with a good quality continuity in between surfaces. Okay, and we select that, we come to shell. I love this command. I think it's one of the best things of Clayoo. Okay, we modify the thickness, and here our grade solid. Okay, nice, right? Then just 1 minute more. Okay, 1 minute more. I think, Xavi, we have time, right? Okay, then just last thing. Okay, because I think this is really nice thing in Clayoo, because one of the main worries when we were developing Clayoo is okay, we must be integrated inside Rhino as more as we can. Okay, then one Clayoo object must be as other Rhino object. Okay, and believe me, it was one of the most complex things. But I want to show you one thing. Okay, let me open a file. Okay, and we will select show toolbar. Okay, I don't know where we have the toolbar. Toolbar layout. Okay, let me close Rhino. Then the idea is now we will see how we can get a Clayoo object, use the UDT, for example, flow by curve, flow by surface, spot, all these amazing tools of Rhino, and keep in history and keep in edition. Okay. Okay, let me open. Okay. Here our Clayoo object, and I have a curve, another curve here, and we will use flow. Okay, I think the command is here, flow by curve, flow along curve. Okay, objects to flow, we select the object. Okay, always the same, check. Let me check if we have record history. Yes, always record history, great. Then, because always I forget to check it. Then select objects to flow, then we will select these objects, and I will flow from this curve to this curve. Okay, and now as you can see, it's as other Rhino object, but the best thing is this object still is a Clayoo object. Okay, and also you can come here, for example, and select this area and move it, and automatically keep the history and adapt here. Okay, this is, I think, it's really interesting thing, because later we can come here and modify this face. Okay, and I think obviously it's as in Rhino, when you modify a copy, you lose the history. Okay, but the best thing is we can deform. Okay, and later we can modify it. Okay, and I think this is all. Xavi, I don't know if we have questions. Okay, we have. Okay. It's okay. Okay, then I think later we will have a way to answer all these questions. Okay. Then we return the connection to the Novedge station. Barcelona calling to San Francisco.
Hey, Rafael, I picked up your call. Hey, I just wanted to, okay, so I guess we'll answer the questions now. Answer some of the questions that we can on the air live, but I would recommend that you minimize and only show Rhino or Clayoo instead of the GoToWebinar screen. Hello, Rafael?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, just make sure to show only the Rhino screen.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
All right, yeah, there was tons of questions. Let's see how we do this.
Let me know the easier questions.
Okay, I think Pedro or Chubby will forward you the questions, and then if I remember, he said that he was going to write down on paper, and then we're going to answer it live. So
Okay.
let's get to it. Once again, to the attendees, thank you for the questions. There was a lot of questions about T-splines, and we'll be sure to answer that as well.
Okay. Then Xavi. Okay. Xavi is getting all the questions. Okay. One of the questions, well, there are a lot of questions. Okay, one of them is export and import models from other softwares. Okay, good question. Depending of what other software we are talking about. Okay, obviously, always we have the same options between, because at the end is a Rhino object, then we can export to any of the Rhino formats. Okay. And we can import the same, the 20 or 30 formats that Rhino has. Okay, I don't know, probably this question is asking between two softwares, specific softwares, okay? But right now in the question I don't have, it's just this question, okay? But there is not any problem to convert to NURBS or export to a step, to go to other system or in IGES or in other questions. Okay, okay. Other question is, we have an object created in Clayoo. Okay. Okay. I think how I can snap an object to a curve. Okay. Let me create a very simple model. The idea is, well, here in Clayoo we are modeling really free and we drag, drop, okay, but imagine that we need to follow some rules, okay? We receive some feedbacks from some product designers and also for both designers, okay? And the idea is, imagine I have, let me create a really complex model, okay, like a plane, okay, and we have tools to imagine that we have a curve. Okay, we'll change the view and we create a curve like that. Okay. Then we have two options to do that. One of that is match to curve. Okay. We have the option to say, okay, I want that we select these faces, sorry, these edges, and we want to match these objects to this curve, okay? And then we can adapt to these curves. Obviously, as more divisions we have, better will fit, okay? Then this is one solution. Another solution is, let me undo, okay, and we have this curve, and we want to analyze what is the distance that we have to this curve. Okay, and here we have a tool. The idea is we select, for example, this geometry objects. Let me select these objects. Okay, and we select this curve. Okay. We can dock it if we want, okay? Then the idea is, here we have a way to analyze, okay? In this case, we have from 1 millimeter, okay, to 10, okay? And we can modify that, okay, and add more divisions. And the idea is we can modify, for example, we will use faces, okay? Okay, and we can move these faces, okay, and in real time we have the result. Then you can model freely, okay, and later adapt, okay, adapt here. The interesting thing is you can say, okay, for me it's good if we keep 0.05, okay? Okay, then now we select several points and we can adapt it, okay, and see the result and also see the distance, okay? This is other way to fit Clayoo objects to course or, okay. I hope it answered the question, okay? Okay, will be any grasshopper add-on related to Clayoo in the near future? Okay, Clayoo is developed thinking in that, okay? Then we have some feedbacks to use Clayoo inside Grasshopper, and we have RhinoNest right now running inside of Grasshopper, and I hope in the near future we will adapt to Grasshopper. Also, it would be great if the people who ask this question contact to Novedge or contact to us because okay, what do you need inside of Grasshopper? Okay, yes, you need the smoothing algorithms. What do you need? Okay, just let us know, and all is ready to be exported to Grasshopper. Okay, and here we have a lot of fun with Grasshopper, and it will be a pleasure to do it. Okay. Is Clayoo executable with Python? Oh my God. Well, in theory, yes. The thing is, we have, well, when we develop Clayoo, thinking in the future in version and so on, inside Clayoo, inside this product, we have two parts. One is the kernel, and the other part is the plugin. Okay, and this is a technical thing, but the plug, all the maths are inside the kernel, and the plugin is calling the kernel. Then, in theory, it's very easy to do that. That we allow you to access to these functionalities. The same as in Grasshopper. If you have any requirement, a specific requirement for Python or C# or C++, please let us know, and for us will be a pleasure to do it. It's a pleasure. Okay, we are not closer to these things. Okay. Okay, can you change to NURBS to Clayoo objects? Yes, you can. Okay, the thing is, let me show you very quickly. Okay, then, for example, okay, if we have, I don't know, any solid, okay, a surface, okay, or any surface or a torus, okay, anything, okay. Let me close the analyze. Okay, we can convert from surface, okay, and when we select, we can define the number of divisions, okay. Then we can delete that, and now this is a Clayoo object, okay, and you can move and you can do what you want, okay. And the same here. In some trimmed surfaces, we have some dirty distributions, okay. Then one interesting thing of Clayoo is, imagine that you have, I don't know, let me create just a plane to show you, okay. In Clayoo, if you want, you can delete some boundaries, okay? Or if, for example, if you don't want this boundary, you can delete it, okay? Okay, this is really nice. And also, you can divide it, okay? You can split it if you want. You have a split here, okay? And then this is really nice because you can split as you want, okay? Then, if you convert a NURBS to Clayoo and you have some distribution or some ISO curves that you don't like, don't worry, just select them, and delete it. That's it. Okay. Other question? Can you set up a symmetry center line or several symmetries on an object? Okay. The idea is this is a Rhino object at the end. You can use the symmetry and the history of symmetry of Rhino. Okay. Then if you come here and say, I want to create, sorry to use these simple models, but probably is the easier ways to understand it. Okay. Then now I have these tools. Okay. And okay, I can delete these faces. And with record history, we can do a mirror. Okay. Objects to mirror from any point. Okay. And right now you have the symmetry. Okay. Then you can select the faces and modify the faces and automatically, okay, adapt the history. Okay. Other question? Okay. Are a tutorial line take you from novice to expert? Yeah, you have in Clayoo.com, you have a lot of videos, okay, and also in Rhino Jungle, you can ask there, they have forums, and don't worry, we offer support for free until to buy and after to buy and always, okay, and we are really open to do these things, okay. If you want to do anything, let us know and we will help you. Okay, the RhinoGold users and the RhinoNest users knows that, okay, that I think one of the best thing of TDM is the support. Okay, I think it's really nice. Can you explain type of symmetry in the laser? I don't understand. Can you? I think I don't understand this question. Okay, the symmetry, but the symmetry in vertical, I think. Okay. Okay, do the symmetry in the laser. I think. Okay, I don't know if I understood correctly, but the idea is if we have the laser here, I think you are talking that you want to define a symmetry, not a plane, a curve. Okay. Well, right now this is not possible. You must work by hand this symmetry. Okay. I think it's not possible. It can be a good thing to add for next versions. Okay, but no, I think it's not possible. Okay. Well, there are a lot of questions. Okay. Once the ring was done and converted to NURBS, was it possible to work inside the finger area to build a nice bump into it, the comfort fit? Yes, you can, but let me recommend don't convert to NURBS. Okay, do that all in Clayoo. Okay, do the bridge inside of the finger size, and then you add more divisions inside to do what you want. If not, one thing you can do is do the ring, convert to NURBS, okay, do the Boolean, and later, inside of the ring, you select these surfaces and convert to NURBS, convert to Clayoo objects, and you modify there, okay? Then you don't need to convert all the Clayoo, just you can cover one surface or two surfaces, okay?
Hey, Rafael, let's answer like maybe 3 more questions, and then we'll save the rest for when we post them on the Novedge blog.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah,
because we have so many questions, and thank you guys for posting all of them. But we'll definitely get them to be answered any way possible. All right? Sorry, Rafael.
Okay. Then 3 more questions we can answer?
3 more? Let's do 3 more. Why not?
Okay. Then, well, can the okay, okay. Can the control points of Clayoo objects snap to? Snap to an end point of line. Is a good question. It's a good question. I'm not sure. Okay, I think you say, okay, we have this curve, and we have the torus here. Okay, and get this point. Okay, well, in theory, we can move from here. No, I think it's not possible. Okay, you can drag it, okay, but not exactly on the point, okay. But I think it's easy to implement that. Okay, we will take note about that. Okay, but we are artists. Okay, why you need to fit exactly to the end point? Okay, I'm joking. I understand that. Okay. Okay, how accurate is shelling or offset? It's enough. It's good enough for manufacturing. Well, depending. Okay, I think it's enough good for manufacturing. Okay, I think depend of the cases. Okay, depend of the cases. If it's not enough good for you, okay, always you can do the offset, or the shell of Rhino. Okay, then I think all the tests that we do here was really nice. Okay, but I think yes. Okay, but I don't know what is your sector, and I don't know if you are in the boot sector or you are a dentist. Okay, or you are a designer. Then depending what is your sector, it's good enough or not. Okay, I think the best thing is to check it. Okay, and if it's not good enough, just get the external surfaces and do the shell in Rhino, and then you have the precision of 0.001. Okay. And last one, it is possible here to split straight. Okay, split. Okay, I think I understand the question. Okay, to split, let me show you here. Okay, to split, you can set, there are several ways to do the split. And one interesting thing is here, the commands of Clayoo works different. The same command works different depending on your selection. Okay, for example, if you select these faces and you come to split, okay, you have the option to select, okay, exactly in the middle of the face. Okay, then right now you can click and you have exactly in the center. Okay, and also we have a really nice split command. Is we can select this, for example, and here we have let me find it, this split sides. Okay, the idea is we click here and we can split, okay, dynamically. Okay, and now we split here, and then we can split the same. Okay, and one interesting option of this command is you can select here split sides and say, okay, I want to delete central edge. Okay, and now you have the split in the side, but it's deleted in the center. Okay. Okay, I think it's, well, there are a lot more questions, but we will answer, I think, in the forum or in other place.
All right. Okay. In that case, Rafael, I will switch over the presenter to me right now. Cool. I'll do that.
Okay, great.
Let's see. All right. Here we are. Let's see. All right, let me know if you guys can see my screen here.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you, Rafael. Well, thanks again, Rafael, for joining us today. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Shrubby, for being there to answer the questions in private and stuff. I just want to remind you guys that there is tons of questions, and we are going to answer them as best as we can. Pedro, Rafael will be there to answer them, and we'll post them. You can find them maybe on Clayoo's forum and also at our Novedge blog as well. I'll be sure to update you guys on that. But from the guys at Novedge, we want to thank you all, thank you the attendees and the registrants for co-hosting this, for joining us, and thank you, Rafael, for co-hosting this webinar with us. So for more information about TDM solutions, visit the webpage at Clayoo.com. Clayoo is an ideal plugin for Rhino for designing architecture, jewelry, consumer products, toys, aerospace, marine, furniture, and anyone who needs it will. You can use it to create complex free-form shapes with Rhino in Clayoo. So when precision is a must, Clayoo offers real-time tools to analyze distances, variances, etc. Likewise, standard Rhino tools such as draft angle, thickness analysis, they allow you to work in real time. It's not only for modeling, but also manufacturing as well. Clayoo geometry is perfect for manufacturing prototypes, models, and by exporting the STL, it is automatically generates closed meshes. Clayoo will become essential for reverse engineering with advanced tools such as reptology, which allows you to create surfaces over digitized objects easily, being able to convert the results in NURBS surfaces. And if you're thinking about purchasing, the price is kind of wrong. Thank you, Michael, for pointing that out. This is an old screenshot, but the price is $619. And if you guys are interested in purchasing it, and if you guys are in the U.S., Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, you can get this for digital delivery at our product page at Novedge.com. You can contact our sales specialist, Bob, at Novedge.com if you have any questions about that as well. Additionally, we have a community. It's called Rhino Jungle. It's very alive and kicking. Not only is it a place to discuss the latest Rhino-related news, but developers like Rafael himself is also a community member. So if you don't want to miss the opportunity to interact with Rafael and other like-minded professionals, design professionals, you can sign up. It is a breeze, and with that, you have access to a weekly community newsletter. So for access to discussions that matter, register today. Also, we have another upcoming webinar. This is going to be the kickoff for 2013, If the World Does Not End. It is RealFlow 2013, a fluid revolution with host Gustavo Sanchez. This webinar will guide you through some of the major new features and changes that you can expect to find in the latest and greatest version of Next Limit's cutting-edge fluid simulation technology. All right, so if you have any questions about that, any ways we can improve the webinar, you can email Bob at Novedge.com and also email me at Kevin@Novedge.com. If you missed this and if you want to rewatch this webinar, you can find it at youtube.com/Novedge and also Vimeo, where we have our channels and we update them and we can interact with you constantly. All right, and follow us on Twitter if you want real-time updates at NovedgeStore.com, at Novedge Store, sorry. But yeah, from the team at Novedge, thanks, and we hope you have a happy new year. All right? Cheers.